guys, today's Monday, and you know what that means.
Creepy conversations.
And today it's just Shelly and I, because Shelby had to step away. So, we are going to talk about my favorite place.
The Cecil Hotel. I'm so excited to hear about this because you will not shut up about it.
I know. True story. It is.
No, but I mean, I love it.
I love it. It's an obsession of mine.
I
love it. It's 10 creepiest events that happened at the Cecil Hotel.
Ooh.
And it's a story by C. Merriweather.
Okay.
Fact checked by Jamie Frater.
All right.
Okay. In 1927, the Cecil Hotel, which is currently known as Stay on Main, opened initially 700 rooms decorated in Art Deco style, intended to attract and entertain businessmen. Located at 640 South Main Street, Los Angeles, California, in case you didn't know. It wasn't long before the hotel fell victim to the hard times that hit during the beginning of the Great Depression. To nearby Skid Row, the surrounding area became populated with more than 10,000 homeless people living within a 6.4 kilometer or 4-mile radius. The homeless situation was not the only problem the hotel would face. Stories of suicides, murders, and serial killers checking in for the night all turned this. I lost my place. I got distracted. I saw a squirrel. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Where was I at? Oh, turned this 19-story building into a place talked about more for its creepy history than hospitality. In its 90-year history, the Cecil Hotel gained a reputation for being one of the creepiest places to stay in the U.S. for very valid reasons.
Ooh, which
And
are?
Here are 10 of them.
Yee.
The top 10. Okay, number 10, the death of Elisa Lamb. And she, in 2013, she is a 21-year-old student that was found in the water tank supply.
Gross.
And actually, I saw a video of this. They showed her like in the hallway, and she was kind of like playing like a playful hide and seek game with someone or something in the elevator.
Wait,
yes, she's the one. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I saw that
Yes.
video and nobody has any clue.
No, and she like disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to her.
Yeah, that was freaky.
Yes,
that
and
video's
then like
freaky.
a little bit later, people were complaining about their water tasting funny. So they ended up,
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, they ended up going up to the roof of the building and they checked the water supply.
Oh
They found her naked in the water supply.
Oh, Jesus.
So they didn't know if she had killed herself or somebody put her in there.
Right.
So it's still unsolved.
Because I saw the snippets of the video because they were people were like, what's going on, right? And she looked either A, like she was playing hide and seek with somebody or playing some game, or B, like she was mentally something.
Yeah, so they didn't know if she was either
or maybe she was playing hide and seek with a ghost.
Or if she was messing with a ghost.
And she was scared and jumped in, or was she murdered?
Right, exactly. It's still unsolved today.
What's gross is the water. Could you imagine?
Yeah, because she's been in there for like obviously
body fluid. Yeah. Gross. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
That grossed me out.
Number 9.
Poor girl, though.
Guess what number 9 is?
What?
Yours and my favorite.
Uh-oh.
Elizabeth Short, other known as the Black Dahlia.
The Black Dolly Llama.
1947, 22 years old actress. Elizabeth Short. She was always wanting to be famous, and she ended up being famous for dying. She was murdered. It also is still unsolved. She was the one that was basically cut in half.
Gross.
Yes. Number 8 is Richard Ramirez from 1984 and 1985 would often stay at the Cecil. He was also known as the Night Stalker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And number 7 is Jack Unterweger. In the 1990s, he was an Austrian serial killer that stayed there often.
What is the attraction?
You tell me.
Now, did they kill these people before or after they stayed there?
I don't know.
I wonder if it,
well,
you know, like,
sure
did it affect them and then they went nuts? That's for further review.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And number 6 is Poor Pigeon Goldie. In 1964, she was a resident who lived, obviously lived there.
Yeah.
And she was found murdered in her room.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Number 5. This is the fun one I was telling you about. 1962. George, who was 65, and George Giannani, sorry, I forgot about their last name, and his 27-year-old wife were arguing one day. And they were in the 9th floor room. So George decided he'd go out and take a walk, cool off. Well, in the meantime, his wife was upstairs writing her suicide note. Yeah, as she jumped out of their 9th-story room to her death, she lands on who? George.
Oh my God.
And kills him. So when they find him, at first they think it's a double suicide.
Right.
No.
They don't realize she jumped out the window.
It was just her landing on him.
What are the odds?
Exactly. I know. That would be my luck.
Shouldn't have left your wife be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what you get for going to cool off instead of hurting her.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of doing, that's what you get for doing the right thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
No. Number 4 is Baby Out the Window in 1990.
Wait, excuse me. Did you say baby?
Baby Out the Window.
Baby.
Yeah. 1944. A 19-year-old mom was with her man who was 38 years old.
Disgust.
Yeah. Supposedly didn't know she was pregnant, got up in the middle of the night with stomach pains, went to the bathroom, gave birth to a baby, thought it was dead, so she threw it out the window.
Was it dead?
Don't know. That's all I got.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so the guy let her throw it out the window?
Yeah, I didn't research any further.
I was like,
yeah, but
he was probably married.
But
he
I mean,
was 38.
what else?
He was probably married.
Her, obviously, because she's
obviously,
19, but at least she was of age. But
right, still.
Yeah, because what else would you do with a baby that you didn't know you were pregnant with that you thought was dead?
Oh, I'm just going to toss it out the window.
Why not? Yeah.
I hope that they got caught.
In trouble.
Yeah, because that's
obviously
murder.
They must have because they found out who did it.
Oh, yeah, so duh.
Yeah.
They had to. Okay.
I figured that out. Look at me go. Number 3.
You is smart.
Yeah, I know.
You is smart.
Number 3 is suicides in the 1930s. Go figure.
Oh, Depression. Yeah, I imagine there were probably quite a few, huh?
Yeah, a lot. It said question mark. Number 2, high-profile arrests in 1976. This is a good one.
Ooh.
26-year-old Thomas Patey went to the roof to shoot to prove that any crazy person can get a gun. Didn't shoot at anybody.
He just went up there like, whoa, look at me. I'm crazy and I got one.
Yeah, he just went up there with a gun.
I'm showing the world.
Wasn't going to shoot. It didn't plan on shooting anybody. Just wanted to prove
having
that,
fun.
hey, see, crazy people can get a gun too.
Right. Okay.
Which, Number 1.
So wait, I had a question real quick. So did any of the stray bullets fall down and
I don't think he actually shot anybody or shot the gun even.
He just went up there just to be like,
say,
well, guess what?
I got a gun and I'm crazy. And this proves that you can get a gun when you're crazy.
And now, did he kill himself or no?
Didn't even shoot the gun.
Okay, just some crazy shit or stuff that happened there. Okay,
exactly.
Gotcha.
You're going to love number 1.
Uh-oh.
Paranormal Activity.
Yee, my fave.
Yep. In 2014, a young boy captured ghostly apparition on a camera.
Why is Cali so far? Because there's so many spooks out that way. That was really good. Yeah. That was really interesting.
Plus, it's my favorite hotel. So now I got to add another.
I know. I've been hearing about it for months. I'm like, I want to know what went down here. And it's just, I'm going to do some research because it would be very interesting to know whether these atrocities happened prior to them staying or after. And is it, because if they all happened, say they all happened after, what is it, some kind of energy in the hotel? That's possessing people or taking over their minds.
Well, like that
to
one,
make them...
the first one, that girl, obviously something happened the hotel because the first one, that girl got killed there.
Right.
Obviously.
And that's
so
what I'm saying.
Something weird does happen
and if
there.
it was like one of those like sketchy places where it's like in the ghetto, you know, and all the homeless live there and druggos and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think it, number one, tags along with number 10, because the paranormal and the girl and the water tank.
Yes.
Does number 1 and 10
yes.
connect?
And regardless, there's energy there and it's not good.
No.
Because has anything good happened in that place?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it, you know, and then it makes you wonder, is it the hotel or is it the land that it's built on? What happened there?
Good.
Because energy stays in the earth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's,
so it goes.
Was it buried, or was it?
Is it residual?
Was it built over some ancient burial that was not supposed to be built over? Or
was it built over a place that atrocities happened? Right. Or, you know, like say there was a serial killer and they found a bunch of bodies buried in that plot or something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because then that would be residual energy, a residual haunting, because that's kind of like something, think of it like as on a loop, like on a tape recorder, something that just, it's like the energy just keeps playing out.
Right.
But then there is an actual haunting, which is actual spirits. And that's not, they're actually there. So there are different types of hauntings. You know what I mean? Residual is just energy being replayed and replayed and replayed. Okay. And so you can hear noises with residual because, say, something fell during that time or a gun went off during that time, then you might hear a gunshot in the middle of the night because that residual tape, so to speak,
playing and playing
keeps
and playing.
looping.
So,
it's like a loop.
But will it go off like at the same time every time?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
So it doesn't...
Because
it loop at the same time.
Right, because it can also be like some people will feel it or hear it, some people will not, because it's dependent on whether you are receptive.
Okay.
How receptive are you? And then even if you are, it could be at different times. You know what I mean? And some residuals are at the same time. It just all depends on the haunting. Because there was like a haunting in California, there was a Toys R Us that was very, very haunted, and they said it was haunted by this cowboy. And I'll do more research. Wow. Maybe I'll do it next week. I'll research that next week. Because Sylvia Brown actually went there. And because of this story, I know you do. And she went there and actually, and I'll look that up too, and I'll tell you the story about that. But she believes that it was, and there's a picture of, they think it's, they don't know because like they think it's just, they don't know, can't explain it. And it looks like the shadow of like a cowboy guy leaning. And the store's haunted, like a lot of the workers and things, and they did a lot of seances and stuff. But that's not residual because he's active. And different things happen.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it's like the same thing that happens all the time, because he's an actual spirit.
Yeah, so he can do different things.
So it's an actual haunting. Yeah, and residual would be like, say a gunshot went off, then you would probably hear a gunshot or a scream. And that would be the majority of people's experience would hear a gunshot or scream because that's on a loop and
or
it's
like
residual.
Would a light coming on be
could be the same thing. But a light can also be poltergeist messing with you. A light can be a lot of things.
I'm so confused.
It's hard. Yeah. Like a lot of times you can't tell the difference.
Believe,
a lot of times you can't tell.
I believe, obviously, ghosts like aliens, there are.
They have to be.
Because
they have to be.
And I know we're not supposed to get into it. Which I'm not.
Right, we can touch on stuff, touch base on stuff.
Okay, then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I'm gonna.
Yeah, because this is all a part of the more. This is
then.
Legends, Lore, Haunting. This is the more.
Okay, then. Here I go.
All right, do it.
I believe in God.
Yes, me too.
So then, with that, then I'm saying if I would be stupid to think that as great as God is, why would he only put humans on earth?
Yep.
And animals
Agreed.
And beings and living
Agreed.
things. What would make me think that he would only put living? Why would I be so vain to think that he would only create life on Earth?
Exactly. And there's how many planets?
Who do I think that?
How many planets are there? They're just there for nothing.
Who do I think that I am? That God's only going to create living being on Earth?
Like I said, in my short, which is coming at the end, so stay tuned.
Yes.
they do say that even higher up say it is a bit presumptuous for us to believe that we are the only beings.
Okay, so mine is God. So, but
right, but yeah.
Yes,
no, I'm with
religion,
you. I
then.
fully believe with
any
God.
Religion,
and
then,
if that you can still have religion with aliens because God created, in my mind, God created all. Right. So he could create aliens too.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Then he would put them on.
Just because they're not on in the Bible means they're not meant. We're not meant to know about it on Earth. Maybe aliens have their own Bible that doesn't mention us. Right. Do you know what I mean? You don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why would he put?
And that's just my personal belief. This is for entertainment purposes only, people.
Correct. Yeah. But I'm just saying, that's my reason for believing in aliens.
Right. And I'm on board with you. Yes,
so for
absolutely.
Ghosts, then I believe in it because I believe in angels.
Absolutely.
So.
Yes. And now angels weren't ever humans, though. You know that.
Well, yeah, but okay. I'm just saying.
They're a separate entity.
You know what I mean.
But you believe in that? That's what I don't understand.
Because that's what I'm saying. If I can believe in angels, which you cannot see or touch.
Thank you.
Then why can't I believe in ghosts?
My point, exactly. I've been making this to religious people. Why can't I believe in God?
I can't see and touch.
Yes. Thank you.
Why can't I believe in? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, just there are germs. There are germs everywhere that get us sick, but we can't see those. Yeah. Really, unless it's under a microscope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some of them you can't even see.
Ghosts, spirits, things like that.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry to say, if you believe in God, you kind of have to believe in the devil because
it goes hand in hand. Yes. You can't have good without bad. It's yin and yang. And you can't.
That's why sometimes I will say something stupid like, "I swear to Lucifer," because I won't use the Lord's name in vain.
Right. Right. It's not like when you say you swear to Lucifer, it's not that you're swearing to this, you pray to him. No. It's that you're saying his name in vain.
I will rather use his name in vain than the Lord.
Absolutely. It's because you have respect for God and you think the devil is shit. Exactly. He can go to hell. Again.
Pun intended.
Right. But exactly.
So burn, anywho, so besides that, but
yeah, no, and I believe I'm the same way because it's like you can believe in both, and if people are like, well, I believe in angels and I believe in this and that, but ghosts aren't real, and I'm like, how in the world can you come to that conclusion? It's hypocritical. Yeah. But that's just my own opinion. And everybody believe what you believe in your heart. And what you feel is right in your heart and soul is right for you. To each his own, babies. Correct. You know? Right. But so anywho, but my whole point is, and I was saying this to my husband the other day, I'm like, yeah, you know how creepy it is? Because you know that every house somewhere was built on some dead body, because from years and years ago. God, how many people have been dead for
and they're dust now and blah, blah, blah,
absolutely.
Because back in the day, back in the
they would bury you in the backyard.
You see all the westerns when they're traveling. They didn't have somebody died. Oh, we're going heading west. Right. I'm sorry, but we just have to
bury you and put some rocks over you so animals don't get you. Right.
Because you're built. And everything's built on top of
in the pioneer days, like say Granny lived with you. They had family plots on the property because we're going to bury them behind the willow tree or whatever, and now they can't do that, of course, because back to your story, it gets in the water and contaminates. So and that's why you're not even supposed to bury your animals underground because their juices can mingle. Oops. Yeah, oopsies, because I did.
Mine in a box.
Not here, I didn't, but at my old house, I buried my cat.
Oh,
she was in a box.
Mine's in a box.
She was in a box and everything. I had a headstone I made for her, and she was, because I loved her. I wanted to respect her. And I'm not just going to throw her in the trash like my husband told me. My husband told me just put her in a trash bag. I almost put him in a trash bag.
It's her.
How dare you even suggest? Because she was my princess.
That's right.
My bougie, rest in peace.
Yeah. Yep.
But so.
I almost got in trouble for that.
Are you doing, or are we waiting? You want to do that today?
Do you want me to? It's a scary tale.
We're going to do that next week.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So, you got anything else for us today?
No, just we love you. We want you to keep listening.
And please subscribe and share. And please hit the like. because we would like to
we'd like you to like us.
Yeah, we love you to love us.
Yeah.
And please stick around because we're not done yet. Upcoming, there's a little short coming up about...
And we don't mean Julie. Yeah,
we kind of do.
Yeah.
There's a short by a shorty.
Yeah.
And it's on new information that has come out about alien communication.
Yay!
So if you're into that type of thing, I highly suggest that you stick around and stay tuned. And please, as we said before, like, subscribe, share, and thank you so much for joining us on this creepy, creepy Monday.
Yay!
Have a great day. Bye. From the source, NewYorkMag.com by Eve Pizer. Senior government officials keep saying that UFOs and aliens are real. Are we truly alone in the universe? You and I might not know the answer to that question, but a handful of people at the highest echelons of government have started publicly talking about how seriously they take aliens. Former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid has been particularly vocal about this. The federal government all these years has covered up important information about UFOs, put brake pads on everything, stopped it, Reid said in The Phenomenon, a documentary that came out in October. I think it's very, very bad for our country. This month, Haim Eshed, who used to helm Israel's defense ministry, came forth with even more jaw-dropping claims. He told an Israeli newspaper that humans have made contact with aliens and even formed a galactic federation. There is an agreement between the United States government and the aliens, he said. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here. He also claimed that there's an underground base in the depths of Mars that hosts both American astronauts and extraterrestrial representatives to the aforementioned Galactic Federation. Eshed, who ran Israel's space program for almost 30 years, is perhaps the highest-ranking official in the military-industrial complex to make the case that humans are in contact with aliens. In the United States, no top official has said definitely that aliens are among us, but John Brennan, who ran the CIA during the Obama administration, is asking some pointed questions. Life is defined in many different ways, John Brennan said in a conversation with economist Tyler Cohen. I think it's a bit presumptuous and arrogant for us to believe that there's no other form of life anywhere in the entire universe. Some of the phenomena that we are going to be seeing continues to be unexplained and might in fact be some type of phenomena that is the result of something we don't yet understand, and that could involve some type of activity that some might say constitutes a different form of life. In other words, some of the UFO stuff could be aliens. Brennan's claims are far more tame than what Eshed is positioning. But he does seem, at the very least, open to the idea that alien civilizations might be behind some of the stranger phenomena in our skies. I've seen some of those videos from Navy pilots, and I must tell you that they are quite eyebrow-raising when you look at them, Brennan said. But he maintains that he doesn't know anything for sure. NASA is having none of this, though. In a statement given to NBC News in response to Eshed's bombshell assertions, a spokesperson for the space agency said, "Although we have yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life, NASA is exploring the solar system and beyond to help us answer fundamental questions, including whether we are alone in the universe." So make of that what you will.